on YouTube? It's James with Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and I got another ETC practice game going on here. It's the Road to Athens, and this will probably be dubbed the first Road to Athens video. So, the Road to Athens ETC is in Greece. Obviously, Athens in Greece, but I'm on the ETC team currently. I say currently because I always have the possibility of getting kicked off, but I'm on the ETC team, trying to figure out a list that will work for me. Well, I'm not. Everybody else is. But, so, they have me trying out all different styles, different things, and I'm going to go ahead and just vent out my frustration right now. They have me trying out stuff like, try a Monster Mash list, and they give me a Monster Mash list, and I'll do like one game on UB. And it doesn't work for whatever reason. They tell me to do a Monster Mash list, and they put me against a Lizardman player with like freaking poison shots everywhere, and then of course my monsters are just dead by the time I get across the table, and they're like, oh, that didn't work, here, we'll try something else. So they have me constantly going back and forth, trying this, trying that, trying this, trying that, and then this is one of the lists. This game was probably a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and this list doesn't even exist anymore because they want me to try a different list. So this is me playing against Len with the pseudo Monster Mash list, and anyways, we're going to go over what we both brought to the table. Now, I did bring out Savages, and this is one thing that they've been bringing out on all the lists, and I kind of stepped away from using the Savages so much because I hated relying on them. I felt like the points are better used elsewhere. But then, when I started using them with like 35 plus Savages, it made me realize they're still pretty damn good. They're still pretty beastly as long as you have enough bodies to absorb a blow. So I was like, alright, cool. So this is like 35 Savages. Got my giant proxy there with my behemoth. Over here I have a small squad of 20 goblins with short bows. They have 2 characters in there. And this is also just the list I just played against in the Blood in the Dojo. I placed 4th place with this list. It wasn't overpowering by any means, but at the same time it wasn't it didn't suck. I mean, it held. But I got my 2 characters. I got my Goblin Joe and Baxter. I also have King Koopa on the right, and then in the back I have my 20 cross Orcs with Warboss Dread Irontooth. Over here I have 2 A-Rocks. One's on the left. That is the original A-Rock, the Thunder God. On the right, that is Mega Chicken Rock. And the Mega Chicken Rock is just a proxy for now until I get an actual model. I have 2 units of Squig Hoppers, even though they have no riders. Those are just going to be my Squig Hoppers. I have 3 War Machines. I have 2 Git Launcher. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 Splatterers and a Git Launcher. And that's about it. For my opponent, he has 3 Bolt Throwers here. He also has a War Altar of whatever it is, Nabach. He has 2 units of crossbows. These units have about 10 to 11 each, and then he has a giant block of 30-ish Tower Guard. The Tower Guard do have bodyguard, so they're not going anywhere. They do have characters that are all in there. He has 2. He has a level 1 of fire and a level 4 of shadow, or no, heavens. How can I forget? And then he has his general and his BSB in this unit. So he has 4 characters in this Death Star. It's not going anywhere. Like I said, he has these 3 Bolt Throwers. He has a couple units of Dark Riders with crossbows, and then here's his characters right here. For magic, I ended up with Curse of the Big Green Moon. I got Fix It and Stay Quiet. I also got Gift of the Mother Gods. I got a Fireball. And I believe I only took 1 Evil Eye instead of 2, like I normally do. As you can see, we did diagonal deployment. Now, part of my strategy right now, right off the bat, was Len's army is a very tough army. I've played against it before with my my setup that I had in a previous video. I could also just put the link down below to show you the older video. But before, what I was trying to do is I didn't have to tailor my list. It was my Blood in the Sun list that I was like looking at, and I was like, how do I handle this opponent specifically? He has a Death Star in the middle. He has that fucking thing giving him a 5-up ward every turn. He has these 3 Bolt Throwers. He has all these little chaff units, right? So one thing I thought of immediately was, Doom Diver the Altar, to make sure it doesn't exist. If it doesn't exist, he doesn't have that 5-up board, and I could just blast a hole through his freaking his tower guard, right? The other thing I was thinking of here was, I mean, obviously all his points are in that center unit, so if you could break that center unit, that's huge. You can't send a monster in there because he has a couple characters with multi-wounding weapons. You can't send characters in there because they're just going to get killed easily, and they're going to sit there if you're not killing enough bodies. So, before, what I was able to do was basically isolate that unit, and what I did was I had the BSB and Koopa kill some war machines. I had boar boys flying up to threaten the crossbows, and then eventually had the A-Rock go all the way around the flank to kill the crossbows. And what I ended up doing was I ended up coming up with a strategy of putting my crossbows in the middle and having two flanks. I had the monster and Koopa on one side, the A-Rock and Koopa on one side, and I had boar boys, dread, and savages and trolls on the other side. So he's going to focus his effort on those two, and then on the bigger blocks, obviously on the right, and then on the left the other guys would be able to come around. It almost paid off. Last round I got in, the trolls held a good chunk of damage. Dread ended up killing off his elf lord. I ended up killing off his altar too, so that was huge. So now this list right here, I don't have all those options. I have savages, I have some crossbows, I have some war machines, and then I have the two A-Rocks, and the two A-Rocks take up a lot of points. Anyways, so we line up in a diagonal, as you can see, and I believe he dropped his whole army first. So when he dropped his whole army first, he's going to go ahead and start off the first turn. He does very minimal moving, he does very minimal vanguards. He does have these scouts that popped up on the left. You can see it right there. There's a 5 or 6 shades led by Rufus going for my A-Rocks. Magic Face, he got 9 power dice. The first fucking spell he does, the first spell of the game he does is Chain Lightning. And I believe I actually threw my dice to try to stop it, and he just outdiced me with like 4 dice versus to my like 6 or whatever it was. And he goes ahead and he shoots it here, hits the Chicken Rock, does 2 wounds onto her, bounces off, and does 3 wounds onto the A-Rock. You know, and he automatically is like, oh, don't ever put him that close when you're fighting somebody with Lore of Heavens. Point noted. Next thing he does, he goes in and he does a Thunderbolt. I don't have dice to stop him now. And he goes ahead and he hits the Chicken Rock for 2 more wounds. We're going to go into Shooting Phase. Shooting Phase, these guys on the horses here, the Dark Riders, they start shooting the Chicken Rock, do another wound. And then these Poison Shades here start doing wounds onto the A-Rock. His Bolt Thrower shoots, hits another wound onto the Chicken Rock, and it's just right there. I am not kidding. Right there, the first fucking turn of the game demoralized me. It just drained my energy. Like, wow, this sucks. I like the A-Rocks too, but to me this isn't my game. This isn't like my potential, my ability, my play style, and it just sucks because I do like double A-Rocks, but they want me to play this list that just charges right up in front of their face, and when my opponent sees this, they're just going to shoot the crap out of them like this. Let's go start off turn 1. Excuse me, I'm eating too. Orcs and Goblins. So I try it. I move up anyways. Fuck it. I know the Chicken Rock's going to die. Oh well. I just try to make sure he's out of the range of the Goblins so that way he doesn't take panic checks there. My crossbows were in pretty good range to shoot a lot of things, I think. The A-Rock himself, actually, or herself, I had her go for the Shades, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to have her just go for those guys because I got to get her out of danger's way. So she kind of just chilled back for a turn. Magic Phase, I got 3 power dice, which just goes ahead with my with my luck for this game so far. Go ahead and I throw all 3 dice onto Gork'll Fix It, and I believe I just fail it. Just outright. I saved 1 dice. I did channel. I channeled. I tried to do a fireball. Didn't even get that one off as well. So then we're going to go into shooting. Shooting Phase. I shoot this rock lobber, and it does nothing. I shoot this Git Launcher, and I end up hitting off, 2, 4, 5 crossbows. That's actually pretty cool. Or, not Git Launcher, Web Launcher. I go ahead and I shoot his Web Launcher, and it kills off 2 of these guys here. And then I ended up shooting this rock lobber, and it misfires and breaks for the game. And this one breaks for the game, and then I shoot this rock lobber, and this one takes a wound, and it can shoot like normal next turn. Wow. No, I take it back. This one misfires, can't shoot. This one can't. Breaks for the game. That's what it was. The crossbows didn't have range to shoot shit, I think. I don't remember what it was. But, yeah, that's it. It's going to go ahead and start off his turn. Dread Elf's turn. To Rufus! Rufus is charging the chicken rock. He's hoping just to get some poisons in. And he goes straight for the chicken rock, and he fails the charge. He rolled double ones on the charge. It wasn't far at all. That's actually pretty funny. He moves up his units like so. He's using that hill to his advantage, where people are just tippy-toeing on the hill and being able to shoot. Magic phase, I don't even remember what he got for magic dice, but he's going to go ahead and start shooting. He does Thunderbolt, kills Chicken Rock, goes ahead and throws something else. I don't remember what it was. We're going to go to shooting phase. Shooting phase, crossbows here. They start shooting at my squigs. They kill off 6 squigs. And that was it. Everything else was kind of uneventful after that. I was going to go ahead and start off turn 2. Orcs and Goblins. Turn 2 Orcs and Goblins. I go ahead and I charge A-Rock here. I'm just like, you know what? She's going to get shot the fuck up. She's already shot the fuck up. I might as well just try to get her out of danger. So I charge in here. You really can't do much about it. He's going to just flee off the table of other ways. So he goes ahead and he takes it, hoping to get some poison hits in. And everybody kind of just moves up on a wave on the right side. I'm trying to use the hill to my advantage. I'm trying to use cover to my advantage. I don't really have cover. Magic phase, I got 9 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up Gork will fix it on these guys, because I want these guys to not have any fucking 6s. No poisons. No poisons. And it goes off. And I use the attribute, which is his fire tribute, and I burn off one of these guys. Fuck these guys. Over here I use stay quiet. I get double 6s. He lets me have it, and boom! We use a huge template that we found at the dojo, and this is a bit of an exaggeration, but this is more like it is this template here, and it ends up just destroying that whole goblin unit. That fucking miscast, strength 5 on goblins, just took out. Look at this. Oh, fuck. Almost all my goblins. All 60 points of them. Oh my god. It's like 90 points, whatever. Oh, that sucks. So, I just kind of go ahead and just sit there like that, I guess. I got stay quiet, which allows all these guys to get cover bonuses, and it's going to go ahead and start off his turn 3. Oh, I'm sorry, we got combat still. Combat, he does a wound here, and A-Rock just eats the whole Rufus unit. Overruns on purpose to run off the table, and now it's going to start off turn 3 Dark Elves. So, Dread Elves, excuse me. He's barely moving up, moving around. He tries to move those guys in the way of the savages for chaff, and this is kind of how it looks. Magic phase, he got 6 power dice. He goes ahead and he tries to throw up the chain lightning. I stop it with a dispel scroll. He goes ahead and he throws a fireball, kills off one of my Nashers here, and that's it for magic. Over here, he's going to go ahead and do his shooting with his Dark Riders. Dark Riders shoot at my goblins, kill off 1 goblin. These guys over here with their bolt throwers start shooting at Koopa. These 2 missed Koopa. They just missed, and I made the mistake of putting Koopa on the tip of the hill when I didn't need to. It was a bad mistake, because now everybody can shoot him. So he's shooting single shots at Koopa, trying to go through the armor, trying to get the multi-wound off. And these 2 miss. This one hits. And when it hits, it multiplies D3 and gets a 3 and kills Koopa. And there's Len giving Koopa the finger again. Over here, that's it for his turn. It's going to go ahead and start off Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. He tried to chaff up these guys with the savages, but the squigs are going to go ahead and charge over the savages into his riders there. I love that use for the squigs to counter the chaff. It is so awesome. So they're going to go ahead and counter, and he's going to take it, because if he runs out of the way, he knows I have a charge. I decided, you know what? He's like, don't put the goblins there. He's like, just save points and run back with the goblins. And I was like, fuck that. They're going to charge ahead. I'm already losing this game, dude. I'm not going to try to save points. I'm already just, I mean, if this was ETC, if this was a tournament, I wouldn't do this move. I would try to conserve points. I would drop the shamans out of the unit and go into the orc unit. But it's not. I'm going to go ahead and fucking charge in. Alright, magic phase. Oh, they failed charge, by the way. Magic phase. I got 9 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up a fireball and kill off 4 of those Dark Riders, actually. He's like, what the fuck? I go ahead and I do stay quiet. He stops it. And then I go ahead and I throw up what I really wanted. 4 dice onto the big green moon. And you see his face like, what are you doing? I'm like, the big green moon. I'm gonna get this fucking spell off. And he's like, what does it do? I go, it's a 5-inch template, and I'm throwing it out towards your fucking Death Star. And he's like, are you fucking serious? I'm like, yes. And I throw it, and he's like, holy shit. He goes, so if you roll a 3 or a 4, you're hitting about like 10 of 20 of, it was close to like, honestly, it was like close to like 15 to 20 of his tower guard with a strength 3, no armor save. He'll get ward saves, but he'll get no armor saves, and it'll kill a good. It'll probably kill like 10 of those guys. So he's like, I can't let you do that, dude. I'm going to dispel scroll. And I was like, no, Len! Why? Why do you rob me of this minor glory that I will have if I can just fucking curse of the bad moon you? God damn it, Len! You robbed me! Shooting face. Hey, guess who's back? He's gonna shoot, and he ends up getting... Okay, I'm gonna just clarify right here. He did not get a direct hit. He got a misfire. And Len was like, dude, you gotta stop using the GW dice. I watch your videos, your GW dice is cursed. He's like, use this other dice. Use this random orange dice. I go, that's the Adam Hilton dice. He's like, well, use that dice. I was like, alright. So I use it, and it gets a direct hit, and it hits the fucking thing. It doesn't misfire. I get 2 wounds off, or I'm sorry, I get 1 wound off. I think I failed to wound is what it was. Either way, I fucked up. Oh, what the fuck. Alright, over here, Squig Hoppers impact hits, kills one guy. He goes ahead and attacks, misses, and the Squig Hoppers destroy the unit. They're gonna stand in, they're gonna overrun like this to chaff him up. Fuck that guy. And over here, why did this happen? I forgot why these guys ran. They ran for some reason, but whatever. They're running this way, and they went through the Ranger's train and killed off one guy. And that's about how it looks. It's going to go ahead and start off his turn 4, I think this was. So, he moves his guys off the hill so they don't get charged by savages, basically. Okay? Magic Phase, I think I'm just skipping pictures here. Magic Phase, he goes ahead and he shoots. No, I know what it is. I jumped ahead. So, I did this, which was the overrun. It was his turn. For some reason, these guys were fleeing. And they fled this way. They got the DTs. And then, whatever happened in Magic, I don't think anything really happened. So we went into Shooting Phase. Shooting Phase, that's exactly what happened. Shooting Phase, these guys shot the Nasher Herd. And they killed the Nasher Herd. And it's going to start my turn 4. Wow, that was it. He didn't have much to do, actually. I think it was just like reforming and shit. Anyways, I'm sorry about that. Turn 4, Orcs and Goblins. He put this single guy that's still alive here as chaff for the A-Rock, and I took the bait. I really shouldn't have took the bait here. I really should have just sat back and shot him with fucking 8 regular Goblin shots, and it would have been different. But I took the bait. I charged in, to kill that guy. I still move up the Goblins. I want to get this fucking spell off. I reform the Savages to get out of the line of sight and just walk up that way. Magic Phase got 8 power dice. I go ahead and I throw up Gift of the Spider Gods on these guys, give them some poison shots. I go ahead and I do what did I do? I did Fireball here. He stops it. Then I go ahead and I do another 5 dice on the Curse of the Bad Moon. I want to get this fucking spell off. And I think I got it off, but he diced me out and beat me. Shooting Phase, the Rock Lava actually kills this fuck this time. These guys over here are going to start shooting. They end up killing off 2 Tower Guard. Oh shit, I lost my place on the pictures. The A-Rock goes into close combat, kills off this one. Now look at this. I moved Dread over here into the ruins, trying to be sneaky, trying to get around the flank of his guys. But Len saw something I just did not see, and it's going to go ahead and start off turn 5, and this is what he saw. He saw if he charges in, maximizes so his guys overlook Dread and overruns, he's going to hit Dread. So he charges into A-Rock. A-Rock has to hold. I'm going to stand and shoot, though, and I kill off one guy with a stand and shoot. Oh, that's funny. He gets in, though, and this is exactly what he saw. That sucks. So he separated his units. Basically, he has 2 units back there, and I'm just like, well, fuck it. He has his War Altar there or whatever, right? Magic Phase, he got 9 power dice, goes in, buffs these guys, does something else. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I don't even remember. He's doing buffs. He's doing Lore of Heaven's buffs to reroll shit and whatever. But he goes ahead and he does something, and he gets double sixes. So when he gets double sixes, he hits the unit like so, and takes out one guy and a wound on the shaman. That's it. For all the fucking miscasts, that's all he did was one guy died. Shooting phase, these guys here are going to start shooting at my goblins. They end up killing off the rest of the goblins. This thing over here is going to start shooting at the... I did move the goblins to the orc unit. This guy over here starts shooting at the orcs, kills off one more orc, and then close combat over here. He kills the A-Rock, overruns and hits Dread. That fucking sucks. It just follows suit with the rest of the game, man. Anyways, turn 5, orcs and goblins. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to charge that fucking bolt thrower. And he's like, seriously? Fuck, I fucked that one up. So the savages go and they're like, ah, hit the bolt thrower, hit him in an angle so I could overrun into his fucking crossbows. Magic phase, 7 power dice to go ahead and do Gift of the Mother Spider onto Dread, hoping that Dread might live, possibly. I don't know. I throw up a couple dice onto Evil Eye, get it off. Look at that fucking roll. Holy shit. What was I trying to shoot? I don't even remember. But I shot something. I think it was crossbowmen. But damn, that's a good roll. Anyways. Shoot the rock lava into his fucking giant thing. It hits, it wounds, he ward saves it. God damn it. Over here, these guys just fucking impact hits, just destroyed that fucking crossbow thrower. They run over here, overrun into his crossbows, and he's just like, ah, fuck, I fucked up. They're not going to get into combat right now, though. They're going to wait till next turn. And then over here, Dread gets challenged by his Lord Dread. And last time this matchup went, it went in my favor. This time, not so much. He killed Dread, multi-wounded him. He got 4 hits, because he had hatred, and then he got 4 wounds. And those 4 wounds, I think I saved maybe 1 or 2, and he multiplies them by 2 and kills Dread. Yikes. Oh, man, that sucks. And it's going to start off his turn 6. He just goes ahead and moves up for objectives and shit like that, and... we forgot the savage combat, I think. No, we didn't. Anyways, and that's how it looks. Magic phase, he got 4 power dice. He's going to go ahead and throw up like a thunderbolt at these guys. Doesn't matter. Or he does it at my fucking... he did a comet. That's exactly what he did. I totally messed that one up. He did a comet earlier on. That's when, like, that one phase that nothing happened. But, so you can see this guy had a wound. So he tries to, like, kill off the war machine. Doesn't really happen. Close combat over here. The savages just rip apart this unit. They're going to continue overrunning. They just fell off the hill like so. But it's going to go ahead and start off turn 6, orcs and goblins. And I'm going to go ahead and I charge the crossbows. They run away. I redirect and I charge the war altar, and he runs away. And it's a massive, massive win for Len the Tyrant. I don't think I played a horrible game. I just think that like all my points in those 2 spiders really sucks, because look how easy he killed them. You know, I don't think. I think that given the opportunity to tweak the army here and there, for some reason, and I totally agree with this, even though they don't say it as subtly as I do, the crossbows don't work in this list. They just don't. I do think the crossbows are a good unit, though. But I am not a fan of. I love 2 A-Rocks. I will always try to play with 2 A-Rocks if I can. But for that amount of points, I think that we needed there needs to be one defensive unit here, and the A-Rock is not that defensive unit. The A-Rock is hard to kill sometimes, but not when you're playing with somebody with 3 bolt throwers and Lord of Heavens. Because he has strength 6 everywhere, and I mean everywhere. So overall, I think, I think my Blood in the Sun list stood a way better of a chance against Len's army here. This was probably the last time I played this army on camera. I did do a couple UB games, and they basically told me get rid of the list, try something else, and they keep on changing my list, to be honest, and that's kind of annoying. But they didn't want me to have a combat lord on a wyvern. They don't want me to have a combat character as Koopa, and they want me to play a little bit more traditional and point denial. I'm fine, and I keep on saying this over and over and over again. I'm a team player, and if that's what you need me to do, that's fine. But give me the proper tools to be a point denial while still causing damage onto the other side. And that's what we're having disagreements about. Overall, MVP of this game is actually the Savages. The Savages scraped by some points and let me live a little longer, and made me feel like, they're coming, But yeah, I can't give it to the Rock Lobbers. They fucked up. I really wanted that green sun off, or green moon off. And guys, I'm telling you right now, I'd probably play with the Little Gods for the next X amount of games, right? Just say the next 10 to 15 games, right? On UB, on camera. Played with it a couple times before. And I've been trying to get this fucking Curse of the Green Moon off. And I don't get it off. Finally, and unfortunately it's on a UB game, so it doesn't, you'll never see it on camera, but I had a game against Jeremy, who's playing Infernal Dwarves, and I got a flank, and I know he already wasted his Dispel Scroll a turn or two before that, and I had 4 dice to his 3, and I was just like, fuck it, here's my chance, and I did the Green Moon, and it just popped out, and it hit his whole dwarf gun line, not even his gun line, his whole dwarf Death Star in the middle from the flank all the way through. And I was just like, yes! It finally went off. And he's like, dude, I beat you 20-0. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I fucking green mooned you and took out your fucking dwarves. He goes, you really don't care just because you got that spell off. I'm like, you don't know how bad I've been trying to get that spell off. We were at the dojo playing like random games. I was playing against Fergus, and somebody, a new player, a brand new player, was a table over, and I overheard him on his game talking about, I don't know how this works, and the guy was trying to help him out, and he's like, it's a vortex, I don't know how vortexes work. I was like, you got that spell off? And he goes, yeah, I got it off. I was like, you lucky son of a bitch, I never get that spell off. Oh man. Anyways, guys, I'm having too much fun right now. I gotta get to my workout right now. I am going to go ahead and keep trying. I'm going to keep playing with lists that they're forcing me to play. I would like to have some customization to help better the lists. I'm not going to lie. There's some things that I'm learning about Orcs and Goblins through ETC that I think are really cool. I think there's ways to make them like really fucking hard to deal with. I get that, and I want to do that. I just think I need some firepower back. But guys, I do need help getting to Greece. I am not a wealthy man. I am. The tickets are really expensive, first off. But I am going. My brother is going. I'm not asking you to pay for my brother, but we're gonna go have a good time in Greece regardless. But if you guys can help donate to my channel, you could donate either through YouTube on the support button. You could donate through, I have on the description box a GoFundMe account. And then if not, you could just go to my PayPal and just do it that way. But any way it helps, I would be glad and more than appreciative to accept your donations. I don't know how to say it, but I would be very appreciative. Guys, if you haven't hit like and subscribe, hit like and subscribe. If you guys have any comments or feedback about this game, just put it in the comment section below. And I think that's about it. Like, subscribe, donate, and MVP I already said. Yeah, I guess that's it. Alright guys, sorry there's no ambulance. Nobody died in Chicago right now, at least for right now. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, and peace.